Heyo, Flint here, writer and voice actor for the upcoming game,
GodSend.
Now, if you've not heard of GodSend, it's a story-focused city management dating simulator visual novel game. A bit of a mouthful, I know, but it's a blend that we're sure will go together like rams and wool, or tiny people and a scary deity. We've shown quite a bit of footage already, and have released a couple of podcast-style videos that have sprinkled small lore tidbits around here and there, but we understand that it might be a bit of a trial piecing together all the information in that form. As such, we figured it was a good time to have a brief little primer on what the game is about, the world it takes place in, and the characters you'll be interacting with. Let's start with the basics. What is the game about? In short, you, the player, are the theocratically elected leader of a place called Sosa City, serving as its Pontifex Maximus, or PM for short. It sounds like a cushy gig, right? Wrong. You, your citizens, and your entire world are at risk of utter annihilation. Why? Sosa City, despite looking just amazing as you can plainly see, is quite small. The whole city is roughly the size of a CD. As you can imagine, it makes the whole place just a little bit vulnerable. So there is some pressure on you as PM to keep your world safe. But that begs the question, just what dangers are there haunting your fair city?
Hey, I'm Aries. I own your whole world, and if you don't devote your whole existence into making me happy, I'll turn everything you know and love into a footprint.
This is Aries. He's a mercenary who, through recent events, came into possession of your city, and he's not a nice guy. Every day he grows more cruel and punishing to the poor nanos living in Sosa City. And there is only one clear thing for you to do. Get the hell away from the big mean sheep. But how? You're super duper small, and where would you go? The world outside of the dingy bar basement that Aries is holed up in isn't that much more forgiving than tall, dark, and woolly here. What sort of world is it? Outside the walls of Aries' hideout lies the sprawling megacity of Husk, an unfathomably massive hive of buildings stretching further than the nanos of Sosa City can even comprehend. A true cyberpunk dystopia where the value of life is dwarfed by the sheer allure of growing profits, and corporate greed dictates the rules of the world. It's a grim place where the laws of the land are dictated by 4 megacorporations who have swallowed up everything else and grown into world-spanning entities that influence every facet of daily life around the globe. Everything from what you wear to what you eat to where you live is controlled by these 4 corporate entities. Let's take a look at them, shall we? Let's start with Foundation. Despite their slogan, they don't spend much time crafting cities. Not for the average person, anyway. There simply isn't that much money in cheap housing, so why waste company time and resources when you could be making 6-story-high luxury villas for megacorp executives looking for a comfortable place to spend their paid vacation away from their 62 other homes? The name of the game is to push the boundaries of architecture and engineering to make monolithic marvels that span entire districts. It doesn't matter if the building is too tall to be safe or so wide and long that it disrupts several ecosystems and requires demolishing a dozen or so historical sites. The only thing that matters is bringing the client's impossible mega project to life and charging them the GDP of a small country to do it. As for all those regular homes and apartments the non-rich live in, those will simply have to go in order to make way for another skyscraper for a megacorp, or another mall to fit in even more store outlets than the last mall they built. After all, less homes means more demand, and more demand means people are willing to pay you even more on their rent. If you're rich and have a vanity project in mind, Foundation will make your dream come true, no matter the cost. Flock is an odd case. They're not only a major organized religious entity, but also the single largest manufacturer on the planet. Components, rare metals, spare parts, you name it, and Flock has a factory for it. They have to deal with all the other megacorporations to provide them with the resources to fuel their various industries. But what do they believe? What sort of church also mass produces screws? As their motto implies, they believe that it is through labor that one can find enlightenment. Through work, you can purify your soul, sweat out the sin, and cleanse your spirit to enter the afterlife as a shining crystal of wellness. That begs the question, how much work do you have to do to achieve enlightenment? That is a question many of their members likely ask themselves. After years of 12-hour manufacturing shifts, working day and night to make phone batteries, one has to wonder when enough is enough. The comfort of the community they found within the religious group has long since soured, as some members begin to feel they're just a cog in a vast machine, grinding away until there's nothing left. They might begin to wonder if they should leave. But go where? Everyone they know is within Flock. All their belongings are lended to them by Flock. All their currency is only valid within Flock establishments. They're part of the group, and there is no escape. All they can do is work onwards, towards salvation. Have you ever disliked any part of yourself? Ever wanted stronger arms, faster legs, better eyes? Ascension has you covered. If there is a body part that can be modified, augmented, or outright replaced, they have the technology to do it. Be it your genes or your limbs, Ascension can sculpt you as limitlessly as a block of clay. If you can pay, of course. Cybernetic implants and gene modification don't come cheap. And even if you can afford an augmented arm or leg or eye, these things need to be maintained. That cyber arm that can be extended up to 1 meter may seem nice at first, but the medicine you need to keep your body from rejecting it begins to wear on your bank account. Then it starts acting up and you want it fixed, only to find out the model has been discontinued, forcing you to get a newer one. You can't say no. Your job and livelihood depends on these modifications after all. Ascension even controls what you eat. There isn't a crop left that hasn't been modified by their machinations. Potatoes that grow to the size of your head, asparagus that can stay green longer and grow in colder climates, tomatoes with genes so intricately mapped out that they know the exact size and shade of red they'll grow to be before they even plant the seed. All created and copyrighted by Ascension, so that nothing can be grown without them profiting from it. Revolution. What do they do? What don't they do? You can't go a week without hearing about some new innovation or device from Revolution. Sure, you've seen the exact same thing from some other company, but this one is stated to be far superior, boasting tech details and features you've never heard of. Though you're not sure if you even need a new microwave or phone, you still get it. You want to keep up with trends, right? So you get the phone, you get the car, you get the juice machine that only works with the juice packets made for the machine by Revolution. All designed to work with each other, all connected for your convenience. Sure, the phone is garbage and you keep hearing about how the cars keep exploding, but if you switch out your phone, your smart lighting at your apartment becomes useless. Your phone subscription, music app subscription, even your life insurance is somehow tied to the car. So you can't get rid of that. You begin to wonder why you support this stupid company at all. Then, you look at the stock prices. Despite your experiences and all the negative press, Revolution stocks just keep climbing higher and higher. Their CEO is on the TV every night, promising some new innovation, touting how efficiently everything is being run, hyping up newer and newer things. FOMO hits you like a freight train, and you dump some money into their stocks. You're not gonna be like the fool saying that it's only some bubble stock or a pump and dump scheme. That stock is going to the moon, and you're gonna go with it. Understanding these four companies helps you understand what sort of world Ares and the Nanos are living in. A harsh reality where corporate greed runs rampant. You begin to wonder how the Nanos are even going to survive in a world like that, or more importantly, how they're even gonna get there. Luckily, they have some help.
Hey, I'm Sid. I'll do pretty much anything for cash, no matter how dangerous or illegal. I'm here to fetch stuff for the tinies in Soda City and help them escape the big scary sheep guy. Just don't forget to tip if you know what's good for you.
This is Sid, Sid is a kobold employed by the aptly named Kobold Delivery Company. Through their KD app, you can hire a kobold to assist you with various tasks. If you need a little guy to deliver you some shawarma or fetch some off-market cyber sickness medication, the KD app has you covered. Now, it wouldn't cost too much to have Sid move a pint-sized city. The problem is moving it without utterly destroying it. Without cybernetic enhancements, it's nigh impossible to move a nano city without shaking it apart. And that might hurt your approval rating as PM. You, as the PM, have access to Sid as your link to the outside world, using the helpful kobold to interact with the larger world beyond your habitat. Just stay on his good side. Time is money. And Sid can't afford to waste his time on some specs who can't pay up for his quality services. As for what you'll do when you get away from the destructive deifigram, that remains to be seen. Those are the basics of the world of GodSend. Of course, if you want to know more, there are plenty of little tidbits sprinkled throughout various developer vlogs or in-character podcasts. But this should at least let you grasp the basics of what GodSend is about. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this brief lore primer, and thank you for listening. Be gay, do crimes, date gods, save your city.